highlight here. He is a guru of many gurus. So I would say, I have learned a lot from Jagmohan Rishi sir. Sir, thank you so much for taking out your time. And on this platform, let's talk. So let's talk with the CEO's coach, my guru, and Mr. Jagmohan Rishi Singh Rishi. So now let me share with you guys, everyone, to all of you, those who are listening this conversation. Jagmohan sir is more than the LNOD. His personality is something. I have always seen him always smiling. So there are few various occasions are there where we met personally. I remember when I was on my tour, official tour on Delhi, in that Leela Palace or somewhere, we met. And मैं जब भी मिलता हूँ ना सर, मेरे को ऐसा लगता है कि आपको देख करके बहुत एनर्जी सी मिलती है. पता नहीं व्हाट एनर्जी, व्हाट पॉजिटिविटी यू रेडिएट. मैं ये तो समझता हूँ कि सर सबकी लाइफ में बहुत सारी डिफिकल्टीज होती हैं. मैंने ऐसा किसी को नहीं देखा कि इस लाइफ में परेशानी नहीं है, लेकिन कुछ लोगों को देख करके बड़ा अच्छा सा लगता है, अंदर से बड़ा बढ़िया सा फील आता है. सो दैट इज विच इज ऑलवेज इंस्पायरिंग मी. सो सर, मैं इससे पहले कि आपसे ये क्वेश्चन पूछूंगा, उससे पहले मैं बताना चाहता हूँ कि सर इज ऑल्सो ऑथर ऑफ बुक दैट इज कॉल्ड द डिजिटल डायनासोर, एंड ही इज अ वेरी ट्रांसफॉर्मेटिव लीडर इन द कोच. सो इंडस्ट्री में, इन अवर फार्मास्यूटिकल इंडस्ट्री और एनी इंडस्ट्री, वी रिक्वायर मोर लीडर like Jagmohan Rishi sir, who not only inspires us with his work but always from his personality also. Sir, thank you so much. So my first question comes from that only, sir. Sir, what keeps you so inspiring and always smiling, sir?
Thank you, Pankaj, first of all, having me on this platform, and all the best for your show. Let's talk. And you ask a very interesting question. What keeps me smiling? People like you who are smiling keeps me smiling. So it is said that you are an average of the 5 people whom you meet on daily basis. So that is exactly what keeps me smiling. And of course, my work, I take challenging tasks, I challenge myself, and when we achieve that, that gives me a lot of satisfaction and smile. Of course, at home front also, I make sure that I keep the things very, very light, and I keep on smiling, giving a joke, anecdote. And of course in the team also, I must say that my team members also keep on saying, they don't tell me but they tell others that we don't feel that he's a boss, he's like a colleague to us, peer to us. So that gives me a lot of happiness and satisfaction that I am not a bossy kind of person, but I'm a colleague kind of person, I'm a friend in that place. When you talked about my book, it gave me a lot of satisfaction also when you talked about it recently. In fact, in the recent past, this book, Are You a Digital Dinosaur, has given me a lot of happiness and satisfaction. In fact, I must share with you, when the first copy of the book came in my hand, there were tears in my eyes. It was like after my daughter was born first, and then this was like my second child. So that's a kind of emotions I had, and that is how it went about. I keep on sharing this thing. You know it, that I've shared all the profits of the book to Bharat Kabir Foundation, which supports the widows of Indian Army. I think I can keep on going on. Let us continue with your songs.
Sir, let me reveal one secret today, sir, on this platform. I did not share it with you. So I remember in that L&D conclave, when we met in the Mirin Manglis conclave there you gifted me this book and you signed on this book. I remember. I brought this book at home. I have shown this book to Ishan also. So he read that book, literally, and he said, Papa, and then after that, you got in touch with Ishan and like this. So this is also one of the inspiration. Today I see, now Ishan is also authoring his second book, and how things changes, sir. Now we have seen, the Ishan journey also, is also another very inspiring story. So this is something, which I did not share.
I would like to add here that Ishan is now reverse mentoring me. He was my mentor. I maybe have motivated him. Now he is reverse motivating me.
Yeah, even sir. Yeah, even sir, this concept, in corporate, we are talking about reverse mentoring. In families also, when even for me, sir, we are off the track actually talking something on this platform. Reading a book. Yeah, may take, maybe, for 3 days, 5 days, or somebody for 15 days also. But spending time with the people, person like Ishan, he is my son. But, what you said is reverse mentoring. I also learn a lot, from whenever he is on tour or he is going to any, the IIT or any college, the moment he comes back, he shared, all his learning. So that's the reverse mentoring. What you said is rightly, sir, very much important. Now, sir, coming to the second question, sir, a very open kind of question. How do you see life, sir?
How do I see life? Before I say that, coming to Ishan, I'm really proud to say that I was his first student when he started training. Okay, how I see life? You see, life. It is up to you how you see life. If you want to see life smilingly, life will smile at you. If you want to see life challenging, you will get challenges. So that is the kind of, I always think with that aspect. I believe in law of attraction and growth mindset. I still remember I was taking a walk with my wife in this Powai area. One and she said that I wish we have a flat in this. That time we were staying on rent. So I said, okay, that's good. And that is the time, something got seeded in my mind, and I started envisioning to having a flat over there. And you will not believe that after a few years, I bought a flat in that building. So that's a
Wow.
kind of positivity and positive thinking one should have. And if you expect hurdles, you will get hurdles. And if you expect positivity, you will not find hurdles. You may find hurdles, but God will give you strength to face those hurdles. Let me share with you. For example, one of my very close family member has been, treated for malignancy, but we are very thankful to God that He is also giving us strength to face this thing. So I'm very positive about it, and she's also very positive about it.
Wonderful, sir. Sir, share something about your journey.
Yeah, my journey is just like a normal person. There's nothing so special. I wanted to become an army officer, but my father was in army, grandfather was in army, brother-in-law is in army, but I'm a black sheep, could not get selected because of my medical reasons, not these. So moved into a pharma company at Pfizer, and there of course continued my journey as a salesperson, and I was one of the most successful persons there. Came to Bombay on a promotion, was recognized as one of the most star performers over here. Moved into training. In fact, when I got into training, I was one of the 103 parties interviews from that candidate list, and getting into training in Pfizer was one of the best thing. And that's the journey of my learning and development started. And from there I had worked in various roles, let it be training or be it HR or marketing, HR business partner, or I call it now recently it is digital from last few years. So currently it is a very rare combination in the market that you are also head of learning and development, and you are also head of digital strategy and digital transformation. So that is how my journey is. Primarily worked in two places in Punjab and Bombay, and companies like Pfizer, UCB, USV, and Wockhardt, and of course one non-pharma company that is Abba Manheim. That's in short.
सर कुछ अब बात चली तो थोड़ी सी पुरानी यादों को थोड़ा सा छू लेते हैं सर. आई रिमेम्बर इन फार्मास्यूटिकल्स जितने भी ट्रेनर्स हैं या जितने भी लोग सेल्स में हैं, दे ऑल ज्वाइन बाय एक्सीडेंट. हम लोग अपनी ट्रेनिंग में सर अक्सर मेरे को याद आता है, आई रिमेम्बर पीपल वर देयर एंड दे वर सेइंग दैट आई एम हियर बाय नॉट बाय चॉइस, बाय चांस. So, as you said that you were, aiming for, army, and now after that you came into the pharmaceuticals. I was teaching in a college as assistant professor in Madhya Pradesh, place called Piparia. So, and those days I was preparing for my administrative this examination called IFS, Indian Forest Services. So after that, in between something happened. I lost my father, and I need to come back to my hometown and started, looking for some other opportunity and job and coming into the pharma. And now the journey begins. So I believe that, sir, this conversation is, it goes to, a lot of our pharma colleagues also, because you really touch the heart of so many, pharma colleagues. So they should really resonate with these thoughts that, whatever things are there with them. So this is something which is very common with many of the people, those who are into the pharmaceuticals and very, very successful. So yeah, so now coming to, sir, that what are the few important factors you see, sir, changing in coaching and especially the leadership coaching, sir, because you are already a PCC coach and you coach so many, executive level people, CEOs and like that, sir. What are the transformational changes are happening, sir?
In fact, this particular domain, coaching was a very at a primitive level a few years back, but because of pandemic, this particular domain has got everybody's attention now. So you will be surprised to know that I have some friends in public sector, oil companies and banks also, and there also the CHROs and the heads of the companies, they have started, engaging with coaches, executive coaches at the senior and middle level. So that is something which I should share with you. But in terms of my circle, I will say that I started thinking of coaching in 2014, but then I lost interest and I came back into coaching in 2018. I got certified in ACC, and recently I completed my PCC also and Marshall Goldsmith coaching, being certified. So I believe that since you have been to training, I've been to training. Training is something which is known as cluster bombing. क्लास में अगर 15 लोग 20 लोग बैठे हैं, जिसकी श्रद्धा है उसको मिल जाएगी, जिसको नहीं श्रद्धा है उसको नहीं मिलेगी. Okay, so but coaching is one-on-one. It is kind of precision bombing. So that is how it works. I always say this thing, that coaching जो है ना, and secondly जिसकी श्रद्धा होगी वो कोच ढूंढेगा. So that is what I also do, that before coaching I sit with the coachee and understand whether that person really is interested in coaching या उसको force किया गया है. So I keep that tenet of refusing the coaching also. So that is how it is. And today there's a lot of interest by the corporate leaders, individuals to take up coaching, and coaching particularly from by founders, startup, SMEs, corporate leaders, maybe at GM and above level. They all are getting a coach. I myself have 2 coaches with me. One is for my life coaching and second is for financial coaching, because I am not a financial expert. So the person who is doing best, let him be coaching me accordingly. So one should always have a coach. The top of the top leaders, CEOs of every company has a coach. Why not India? India is such a large country, and in the coming times, coaching is going to catch up like anything. But it is not easy to get certified as a coach.
Yeah. So, sir, what is the common problem, I see when I interact with many coaches? Even I am also in my journey to complete my ACC recently, just now. So, sir, the coaches are there, but the problem what I see that the people are facing, they are unable to market themselves. They are unable to reach out where actually the customer or the client is there. So can you help us, because this conversation will be very helpful for the upcoming coaches or maybe the existing coaches also. So what should be the real market strategy so that they can increase their reach to the customer exactly where they needed to be there?
Frankly speaking, I don't believe in marketing, particularly coaching part. You can always market yourself as a person, but as a coach, I don't think one should market much, because one should keep on doing coaching. And if your work is good, people will talk about you. There are some very good coaches in India and they are doing good job, and word of mouth it spreads. You do, because it is not like training, and coaching is word of mouth, is very specialized field. And if you market and if it is not coming to the expectations, it will hit you back. So my suggestion is work on the basics and the fundamentals of coaching, and then you do good job. One good coachee will spread and make 10 coaches for you. That is what I would suggest. I don't believe much in marketing as a coaching. So I suggest that you do pick up selective coaches and do good job with them. I can tell you word of mouth will spread and you will get a lot of business from them. That is what I can suggest.
Yeah, very interesting, sir. So now, what I learned from what you said, sir, that be there with the basics and try to give your best with the limited number of clients and make them as your advocate into the market, and they will spread out your word and your popularity, that how good you are doing into that particular domain. Very insightful,
I
sir.
want to add over here, Pankaj, that there is no end to this thing. If you want to get into business of coaching, then there are companies who are made websites and they have hired coaches and that way. I am not into that. I am One should be very clear what my goal is. My goal is to coach people so that they can achieve their goals. So I am not into that. I am going into bulk coaching kind of thing. So there some people are there who want to do a business of coaching. Let me not name it,
Yeah.
but there are some people. So that is how the difference is. My goal in life is to create 100,000 leaders who can make a difference in this world.
Mhm.
And it can happen through coaching, it can happen through training, it can happen through my speeches, it can happen through sessions like this. Thank you very much for taking me on this platform to help me in my goal. That's it.
Yeah, wonderful, sir. Sir, now coming to our area, LNOD. Share your views on especially the transformation happening in the LNOD space, sir, because you are one who is doing so much of transformation, digital transformation into your current organization and helping other people also in the industry.
Hmm. You see, there's a lot of transformation happening. In fact, recently, one of the initiatives which I have taken is that I am going to make digital literacy mandatory for every employee in my company, right from managing director to the front ender, medical rep, or the shop floor worker. So there is a particular course which I made it mandatory to get a certificate, and that they have to put it and link it with the our PMS system also. So that's a kind of massive exercise I'm doing. So it is important because recently I have mentioned in one of the creatives to promote that thing, that you may not be replaced by a AI, but you may be replaced by a person who knows AI. So it is very, very important to understand the difference in two. So it is better that I upskill myself knowingly. Otherwise, I may be replaced by the person who knows AI and machine learning or even chat GPT also. So that is a kind of thing.
Perfect, sir. So many, the changes in the technology front is space is too high because people are now started talking that will Chat GPT will replace Google, and we do not know today it is Chat GPT we are talking, tomorrow maybe Pad GPT or maybe Ed GPT or something, PPT or something. We do not know what will going to come because the pace is too high, sir, in this the digital era. Okay, so what I learned that keeping yourself on the learning curve on this kind of changes will keep you always there in the race. So that's
Yeah,
that's
I'd like
what.
to add one more point here, that it is
Yeah.
from the learner's point of view. From the corporate leaders' point of view also, I would like to share some statistics which I recently did my survey for my forthcoming book. That we should realize that some companies are making it mandatory for work from home, or some companies are making it mandatory for work from office only. They should realize that hybrid is going to be the order of the day in times to come. Okay, and rather today only. And hybrid versus 9 to 5 job is not a copy paste job. When you're doing working hybrid, you have to operate differently. When you're working 9 to 5, you have to work differently. So they have to make policies in that particular manner, so that they have the policies accordingly. In fact, as per the survey, it said that the question was asked, has hybrid improved your productivity? Employees said yes. How many, what percentage? 87% of employees said yes. Whereas leaders said, only 13% leaders said yes.
Mhm.
There is a big dichotomy in this, and that is where the employee experience is going to be one of the differentiating factors. in times to come, whether it is learning and development or it is HR or it is business. So that is where exactly I must mention about it. So EX is equal to CX. Take care of your EX and it will take care of your CX.
Yes. Very good formula, sir, and will be very helpful for all our audience, those who will be going to enjoy this conversation with you. So, my next question in the series of Let's Talk, sir. Anything you want to share with our audience, sir? Whatever is there in your mind or something. If you are missing any point, please do share with all the people, especially with the pharma people, sir, because I know you have so many follower from the pharmaceutical background, and they will definitely going to enjoy this conversation, sir.
Sure, sure. I mean, there are a lot of things, but let me give you gist of it. That we always think that I'm going to share you one stark statistics that we think that learning is a brain process, but as per one of the studies which was done, it says that learning and brain processes are predominantly non-conscious, happens at non-conscious levels. So learning happens from eyes at 40%. Learning happens with ears with 30%. Okay, 91% of the processing capacity is through visual stimuli. So my question is my learning, is my employee engagement, is my communication to the employees or to customers is focusing on my eyes and ears, or it is only cognitive? So this is a stark statistics I'm giving you, and every learning and development professional or HR or marketing professional, they should focus on other non-conscious levels also, rather than only cognition. Do you agree with this or not?
Sir, I do agree, but this is very, the thing which is, I think beneath the thought. Many people have not reached up to this, the sub, beneath level actually. What you said is absolutely right. That at the cognitive level, are we really impacting? We are talking in the learning, especially learning is equal to change in the behavior. Right. So your learning impact, or maybe the training impact evaluation we are talking, but very rarely people talks about the level what you are actually touching upon here, sir. That at the cognitive level. And when I say cognition means learning, thinking, memory. These three things consist of the absolute cognition over there. So can you share more some lights sir, on this? That this is something which is new for me, and I believe that this maybe the concept will be very new for many learners on this.
So in the same study, I also mentioned there that 64% of the employee experience is around feel factors, feel good factors. So if you, that is the reason a lot depends upon the facilitator, who can be anybody, who can be a HR person, trainer or marketing person or salesperson, leader. So we have to create an environment, an ecosystem of performance. So let me share with you, for example, we have started a program called WOW, Work Hard Orientation Workshop. Many companies have tried to, copy paste it, but they failed miserably because there has to be an ecosystem for this. They have to create an ecosystem around it in an organization. So it is very, very important you create an ecosystem to make sure that the program is successful. Secondly, employee experience, particularly in a positive manner, is like a package or a wrapper or a tool, my dear friend. It's a part of the value system and has to be a part of vision. And here I'm bringing out that it flows from the top. And I always believe that L&D and training should also be a part of strategic initiatives. If it is an operational initiative, then it will be considered as a football kind of thing. Chalo bhaiya free training kar do aap. No, it has to be flowing in the strategy itself. And training has already got a place in the board during pandemic, my dear friend. So that is something which I talk about. I think if we are, have you any question, or before that, before ending, I have 5 questions to ask the audience.
Yeah. So last question, sir. Before you ask question, now the one thing which is there in my mind, sir, if my CEO is protein training, the effect and the impact of training, he will definitely going to hit the door and knock the door for especially for the training and the LNOD people. If he has not seen the magic, and there are people, sir, those who did not experience much, and when you go to them, they said no, training is not the required. Here is something else is required. So one thing will be very helpful for all our audience, especially for the training managers and the training heads. What will be helpful in terms of making these people influencing these people, those who do not realize that training is such an important thing which can really impact the behavior of the people from the productivity point of view.
Yeah, I get your point. Sometimes you have a difficult customers, stakeholders, but at the same time, you do not lose hope. And I will say the problem is not with the stakeholder. I will say problem is with me, because I am not talking his or her language. Because every leader, business leader, or CEO or a managing director have their own pain areas. His or pain area may be the operating profits or high attrition. मैं ट्रेनिंग की बात करे जा रहा हूँ, उनके दिमाग में प्रॉफिटेबिलिटी बैठी हुई है, सेल्स बैठी हुई है, क्लोजिंग बैठी हुई है, ओके, रिटर्न ऑफ इन्वेस्टमेंट बैठा हुआ है. So if I use the lingo of my customer, I will be able to sell my products accordingly. Think like an internal consultant. अब बाहर का कंसल्टेंट PwC को जाके भेज जाते हैं कि देखिए सर, हम आपकी प्रोडक्टिविटी यहाँ से यहाँ बढ़ा देंगे, ओके, or I will help you reduce attrition from 20% to 10% within 1 year or 2 years, or I will help you introduce your LMS, usage of LMS from this percent that percent. वो क्या करते हैं? They are showing tangible results, promise. Show tangibility in your deliverables also. So if you show tangibility in your deliverables, you will not have those kind of difficulty of partnering with stakeholders. That is what I think. And this has been my fundamental. I have been using it, and touch wood, I have never had that kind of difficulty to engage. And second is, अपना काम दिल से करो. कोई नहीं आ रहा है तो कोई बात नहीं, अपना काम करो. You become a magnet. You become magnet, and they will come running to you.
Perfect, sir. Very, very, very important point you share, sir. And I believe that this will be immensely helpful for our all the colleagues. Sir,
one
now
last
coming.
point I like to add in this is that I always make sure that my trainers are respected in the organization. They should never be taken like football. The moment I feel somebody has been insulted or not taken properly, I withdraw that trainer from that division. I don't want my trainer, he or she should be respected as a guru in the division. So that is something which I always believe in. I want to give respect. I also want respect, and I want to give respect to my trainers or L&D professionals.
Wonderful, sir. Thank you so much. Now coming to your all the questions to the audience, sir.
Yeah. Thank you very much. First of all, thank you for having me over here. I hope I was able to justify your time on this interview. I have 5 questions to ask the audience, which you can put in the comment section. Number 1, since I've been talking about employee experience, who owns the employee experience in your company? I am not giving you the answers. I know the answers. Second question is, what CXO feels about employee experience that my employees need? Okay, what CXO and the leaders feel about employee experience for your employees, that what their employees really need. And third question is, what employees really need it? Is there alignment in CXO's thinking and employees thinking? That is third question. One thing that companies should start doing in the name of employee experience or learning employee experience. And final part is one thing what companies should stop doing in the name of employee experience. So friends, I will end on this, that EX is equal to CX. Remember this mantra and answer these 5 questions. You will get answers to many of the questions which are bothering you, and you get enlightenment with these questions.
Wonderful. And I think, sir, these questions will be very, very helpful for all our HR leaders, all our LNOD people, all the people, those who are working in any domain of HR or maybe at the CXO level. Thank you so much, sir. Literally enjoyed the conversation with you in the Let's Talk series, and we bring, sir, the enlightened people, those who can really give the real value to our audience, and especially for the all my pharma colleagues, especially in the training forum and like that, this will be very helpful. And I would request each and everyone, those who are enjoying and listening and learning from this conversation, share this video with everyone, and please answer all these 5 questions in the comment box. Right. And I should not say, sir, can we give anything, to the person who will give you the highest, the correct answers for that? Or the question itself is a reward for them, possibly if you see is it done.
It will solve a lot of their problems. And if you want the person who's giving the best answer, I can give him a book also.
Sir, can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you clearly.
Yeah. So last 1 minute, sir, it was your voice was got muted.
So what I said was the best gift for that person is that he or she will get a lot of answers from those questions itself. And if somebody really does a very good job giving very good answers, I will gift him or her my book. Are you
Wonderful, sir. So nice of you, sir. And thank you so much, Rishi, sir. And we'll be going to meet in person very soon, sir, in Mumbai or somewhere.
One request to everybody who watches this: please write a review on the book in Amazon, and where it is there. And in summary of this book, you can find on my YouTube channel small summary of video of this book.
So this is the request to everyone that Rishi sir has YouTube. Sir, what is the name of your channel?
Jagmohan Rishi.
Jagmohan Rishi. Please find it on YouTube. Please subscribe for a lot of insights, especially, and the summary. Please get it and share it with everyone. Whomsoever you feel in your organization or in your friend circle. Thank you so much, sir. Thank you so much for this conversation, sir. And see you in person soon, sir.
Very nice. Thank you very much, Pankaj. You are doing a great job. And give my love to